example of two sitcoms that were created decades apart, yet have similar plots. In this first clip, Dick Van Dyke, tired from a long day of work, experiences a close encounter.
You want us to jump? No, look up in the sky. Where? So? Wait, so? Is that all you can say? Go on.
Fast forward a couple decades and we're flying along with the pilots Joe and Brian Hackett delivering mannequins somewhere.
What the hell is that? Oh man, it's like it's hovering out there. Jeez. Did you see how fast that thing was going? Yeah, nothing moves that fast. It's gone. I think we just saw a UFO. You didn't happen to get the license plate number on that thing, did you?
Now these clips demonstrate how the stuff we've learned about space aliens and flying saucers hasn't changed much if any. The decades of stories, research, investigation, TV, radio, books, movies have made little progress towards solving the phenomenon. Both of these stories were taken from real UFO stories, but with lots of exaggeration added in. A talking flying saucer, a UFO that's so near a small plane that you can actually hear and feel its turbulence. UFO sightings aren't this exciting in real life. Now the second point about both these clips is how the TV characters act when they see their UFOs. They act as most of us would if we were right there seeing a UFO. It's exciting to experience something extraordinary. It's kind of like winning the lottery, like we were chosen to get an experience so few will ever have. And this high that you get is not easy to let go when the facts and explanations start pouring in.
There are so many explanations that you just refuse to accept. You could have been asleep and dreaming, which is what I think. Or you could have seen a blimp with an advertisement on it, a sign, a bird, even a child's toy.
A child's toy hovering over Manhattan at 3 o'clock in the morning, I suppose.
Hackett, it could have been anything. It could have been heat lightning, the northern lights, a meteor.
A big fluorescent eagle.
There you go. It could have been a weather balloon.
Moving at the speed of light?
Well, you know, when the air's leaking out, they just...
If you don't believe me, then why don't you just ask Joe, because he saw it also, right? So what? The UFO, they don't believe that we saw it. I don't know what you're talking about, Brian. Stop fooling around. It's been a long night. I know what I saw.
Gee, Hackett, I don't know what to say. Oh, yes, I do. No.
Decades ago, most people who experienced UFOs encounters did get ridiculed, but today it's not so bad. Most of us would buy you a beer to hear a good UFO story. The misconception is, if we encounter a UFO and tell someone about it, we'll automatically be shunned from the community. Usually the opposite is true. It makes you wonder, if all these people who see UFOs are ridiculed so much, why do we even know who these people are? And why are they making so much money? But some say it's not about what other people think, it's about what the government thinks that matters. These next clips exploit the myth that the government always knows more about what you saw than you do.
I'm going to let them do all the talking. For lack of a better description of it, I'll have to refer to it as a flying saucer. Hello. No one else reported that. Thank you. All right, you can say I told you so, but she knew exactly what I was talking about. She was afraid to say anything because there was somebody listening in.
Who?
I don't know who, but I know darn well I heard more than one person laughing.
Where does the misconception that the government is hiding space aliens visitation information come from? Well, if you looked at the Roswell incident in 1947, you'll see the answer. The U.S. government did cover up the facts of that event for quite a few years. They were hiding the fact that they were using high altitude weather balloons to carry sensitive listening devices used for listening to Russian nuclear tests. But not all the facts were covered up. The original handful of witnesses all described the material found on the farmer's field near Roswell, New Mexico, exactly what the material would be of a weather balloon and its payload. Even after knowing this, there are some today who still believe the debris that could fit in the back of a small pickup truck was the remains of an intergalactic spaceship carrying several space aliens.